So, right-wing commentator Matt Walsh, who is recently picking up quite a bit of fame for his new movie "Am I Racist?" premiered just a few days ago. He's got an interesting take on sick days, and by interesting, I mean pretty bad. So this is just a 1 minute long clip, and he's going to show a severe lack of empathy. Let's just put it that way.
A side note on the sick day thing is and this will be unpopular with especially with younger people, but you shouldn't be using sick days. Okay, I've used sick days maybe twice in 7 years, and in both of those cases, because I lost my voice and I couldn't speak, you can't blame me for that.
What is Matt Walsh's job? What's his job that he used his sick days on? Let's find out.
Possible to do a podcast when you can't speak, and in
Oh, oh wow! You used 2 sick days for your demanding, grueling, exhausting job of being a podcaster. Wow, good for you. 2 sick days in 7 years, amazing.
even then, I still, and anyone who watches has been watching the show for a while, you know this. I still came into the office and recorded a video with subtitles when I lost my voice, if you recall. But generally speaking, again, I know this is unpopular, but sick days are for children, okay? They're for kids in school who are trying to stay home so they don't have to take a test that day. Like, with rare exception, taking a sick day as an adult should be pretty embarrassing for you. Calling your boss and saying, sorry, I can't come in today, my tummy hurts.
That is a complete and utter straw man. Nobody is saying their tummy hurts. We just had a pandemic raging from March 2020 to about May 2023, and COVID still exists. But sick days were like, people needed their sick days back then. I mean, with COVID, I mean, people were getting like what, 102, 103 degree fevers. Like, this is a far cry from a tummy ache. People are not calling in sick, taking time off from their work because their tummy hurts. I mean, this is the type of thing that, I mean, Matt Walsh knows that it's a straw man. He knows that he's not putting forward a good faith interpretation of why people call in sick. And it's like, really, why do you feel so? It's just self righteousness. You're policing the way other people should act about work, the way that other people should handle their own work. Um, just looking down your nose at these poor people who probably have manual labor jobs, jobs where they're exposed to hundreds, maybe even thousands of people in a single day. You know, an 8 hour shift in retail, that could be an example where you're exposed to possibly over 1,000 people a day. You don't want to get them sick. It's about caring for them. In addition to caring about yourself, you don't want to go walking around a store working there when you've got a 102, 103 degree fever. I mean, that's just an example. It doesn't even need to be that. This isn't about tummy aches. So I sort of appreciate that he is admitting that this is an unpopular take. I wish that he realized that it was also a stupid take, but let's continue.
Is humiliating. You need to be at work, okay? Adults don't have time to be sick. You don't have time for it. That's. I was just having this conversation with my kids recently, actually, because I was kind of under the weather, and my kids were aware of that, and they said, "Well, so why are you going to work?" I said, "Because I don't have time to be sick. Okay, I don't know. I can't be. I don't have time. But you are sick, yeah, but I don't have time for it. So it's like I'm operating as though I'm not."
Okay. So adults don't call in sick. Adults have plenty of good reasons to call in sick, dude. I mean, this is just embarrassing, like an embarrassing lack of empathy. Um, and I'm sure he's actually worked jobs that are more demanding than that of being a podcaster. And I'm sure that he knows that people don't just call in sick for trivial reasons. I mean, people can. The fact of the matter is, people can fake being sick, but give people the benefit of the doubt, for crying out loud. And what I think this is kind of showing is just his anti-worker attitude. Um, I think Democrats aren't exaggerating when they talk about Republicans and the right having low empathy for workers. And I think it's a total farce when Republicans try to insist that Donald Trump is the president for the working class when there are people like this supporting Donald Trump in the presidential race. Look, there's talk about the Democrats, they don't care about freedom when it comes to economics. They only care about freedom on social issues. The Republicans are actually the party of freedom because they care about people in their economic situations having freedom. It's like, well, what on earth is this then? What on earth is this? And I get that he's not calling for banning the idea of calling in sick, but like, I don't know, maybe he would support that. Just this sneering at employees for making decisions based on their own health, taking one day off, and all for what? For what? For the cult of the American workplace, the cult that says you need to work, otherwise you're not useful, you're not valuable. I hate to say it, but I'm not one of those people who likes to go rah rah, I hate capitalism, but it's a pretty ugly look at capitalism and the over the top attitudes that people who aggressively support capitalism exhibit. Just rah rah, work good, don't care. He said very limited exceptions. At least he believes in some exceptions. But yeah, with very limited exceptions, calling out sick is not what adults do. Good job, Matt Walsh. You completely embarrassed yourself. What an asinine, unempathetic take to have. But as always, everyone, if you enjoyed this video, if you found it interesting or insightful, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. I want to grow this channel. I really do appreciate it. As always, I look forward to speaking to you in the next video. Thank you.